Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. It's time for a WIP and Waffle. So I am working on this painting from Diamond Art Studio. I kit this one up recently. I have been able to work on it a little bit because I actually kitted it up a bit before the video was shown. But I am now all up to date on video, so any I was able to get done in advance, you've all seen now. That's what happens when I have the June waffle for a month. I still end up sort of kitting up things in the background or kitting down certain things and then get a little bit ahead of myself, which is good because I've been very time short recently, but I think they're all to an end now. Definitely looking at the amount of videos I need to film for this upcoming week, they're definitely down on the amount, but it's all good. I like being up to date. I like being able to work on this painting on a WIP and chat now for a bit. I have finished the other Dreamer designs that I've been working on for quite a few weeks, and I do want to kit up. I've got a few diamond paintings that I want to kit up. I've sort of popped them in my YouTube schedule for the upcoming weeks, but I need to kit down my Dreamers designs that I have finished. I got that finished, I think, week before last, after the WIP and Waffle. After I'd done the really long WIP and Waffle week before last, I finally got that one finished. I sort of did a bit of a marathon sprint because it was the end of it. So I got loads of that done. Got it all finished off and it has sat there ever since. I actually need to take a picture for my logbook video that's due. I'm going to try and see if I can get that sort of stuff done today so I can film my logbook video. Otherwise, it's going to be a very disorganised logbook video. We will see how the day goes. I feel like I'm back chasing my tail a little bit, but that is because, of course, it is launch on Friday. I still have a lot of different things to do to get prepared for that, which I'm loving. But it is taking time. So I do apologise for no WIP and Waffles this last week. Last weekend was a bank holiday here in the UK. And I felt like there was a few things that have they've been on my to-do list for far too long in the house. There is still other items on my to-do list, but there were a few that were frankly getting on my nerves. One of them was painting the banister in our hallway and touching up the last of the paint. So I think we actually decorated our hallway, or had done most of the walls just before lockdown, and we planned to change the carpet once it was finished and I'd done the woodwork. However, in the time since COVID going on, I've since changed the colour on the walls, and we did have somebody doing it for us for a bit. It was a friend doing it for a bit, but there was bits that needed finishing, and friends got busy and it just wasn't getting finished, which means I hadn't replaced or hadn't been able to replace the hall carpet. So I decided to take bank holiday weekend off, which I'm glad I did, but in some instances I regret, because I feel like I've lost 3 days to be able to YouTube and get things ready for launch. But yeah, I managed to get the hallway finished off, so the walls got touched up, the woodwork got done everywhere apart from the edge that touches the carpet, which is going to be sort of a quick do, probably the night before the carpet gets installed, which we need to order, but at least now we can. At least now we can arrange to get that ordered and fitted, and we'll be on their time frame now instead of ours. We had the kitchen tiled a while back. My brother-in-law was amazing and did that, and I grouted, or me and hubby grouted, but we needed to do sort of the last bit of the grouting, sort of the touch-up bit afterwards where any air bubbles had come out, so that we could seal it around the worktops. So we finished that off, so that was good. So yeah, I ended up taking bank holiday weekend to sort of do that, but because I didn't film both my whip and waffles like I normally would on the weekend, plus we had, of course, the bank holiday, which meant there was a lot more orders to go out on the Tuesday, and all the stuff that we needed to prep for launch. It just meant I couldn't squeeze in doing the Heaven and Earth design whip and waffle either. So I do apologise, but every now and then things just need to take a bit of a reshuffle, just to make sure that I can get everything in. But I think we're back on track. I'm having a filming day today, so I am filming this on Sunday. Megan and I spent Friday and Saturday boxing up the last of the Advent pre-orders. So getting them all in their bags and boxes. We've been sending them out, as many as we can get away with sending with Royal Mail each and every day. We send like 6 or 7 sacks out every day with pre-orders. Any more than that and nobody else's post can fit in the van. So yeah, we boxed up the last of them, and we should be able to get the last of them out this week. So if you're still waiting for notification that your Advent pre-order has shipped, keep an eye on your inbox and indeed your junk box, because occasionally they like to go hang out in there. For your dispatch notification, they should all be out by the end of the week. Megan is back at work this next week, so it's down to just me, not the two of us, which is why we spent both Friday and Saturday packing up the last 100 plus Advents, so that I don't have to try and fit that in on my own when Megan is back at work, and I am well and truly going to miss having the two of us prepping for September launch. I've got quite a few bits still to do, but not anything ginormous, I don't think. But thank you all for your wonderful, lovely responses, both on social media and here on YouTube for the launch. I'm very excited for these things to start going out, and to be able to share them all as well is a big thing. After keeping some things stum for quite a while, it's nice to finally be able to share them all. But yeah, that has pretty much been our week. It's been a very busy week, a 7-day work week, and will be next week as well. So yeah, but we will of course get September's orders, launch orders, out to people as soon as possible. But it will definitely be slower than normal. Not only because it's big items, so therefore we need to watch how many bags we give to the postie in one foul swoop, but also it's a lot of different items and different shaped items, so it will actually physically take longer to pack each order than it does on a normal launch weekend. But we'll be getting them out in the order that they're placed as soon as possible. And as I say, the last of the Advent is due out this week. I'm thinking according to my numbers, the first 3 or 4 days of the week will be probably the remainder of the international orders. I've been sending them out in order for the past, 2-3 weeks. I've been sending them out one mail stack at a time, one mail sack full at a time, with the oldest order each time. But now I'm on the final week. I think I'm just going to get all international on their way and then follow up with the UK. So the UK should still get them by the weekend. Just to stop me flipping between different types of mail types and different type of mail bags, I'm just going to concentrate on getting all the international out, because the day's difference that it might make for a UK, they still tend to get it next day anyway. So it's not going to cause any delay in the grand scheme of things. But we are working on orders placed in August, unless somebody's asked us to hold them. So there are a few we've been asked to hold. But yeah, I think we're on orders in August now, so it's rather exciting. We've had a load of the diamond paintings arrive. Over half the stock of the diamond paintings have arrived in-house. That's going to be my main prep for next week. Let me mute that. But yeah, busy week, but exciting week, that's for sure. Posties have been showing more interest in what we're sending as the weeks go on. They're like, oh, what is it that you're sending lots of? So that's fun. But yeah, I think that is pretty much sort of a catch up on the last couple of weeks. It's all been preparing shop items and things, getting the printed cover paper ready. That's quite a time consuming thing, because we've made it exactly to measure for the diamond paintings, so that takes a fair amount, but that gives me something to sit down and do later on in the day. So I've nearly got a bulk amount of those done. But yeah, and I got bank holiday weekend sort of off from work, but I feel better getting some of the house jobs finished. I'm not sure when we're going to actually go and order the carpet, but it will probably be week after next, maybe. We'll be able to nip out for a little bit of time before Catherine goes back to uni. We'll be able to nip out and pick a carpet and get that booked in. Right, comments, questions. So of course I am on comments and questions from nearly a couple of weeks ago. But Bev says she left her comment on the 20th of August, and she has just finished the 20th of December's Advent Calendar Square, because she is doing Christmas in August. She said it's fantastic having your own event. So she's created this event for herself. She says she's guaranteed to win the main prize. She said, I hope everyone is well and having a great day, whatever they're up to. Well, I hope you have enjoyed your Christmas in August event. I'm sure your diamond painting is complete by now. I'm very excited to be able to pull out my Advent calendar painting ready for next year. And I'm hoping to get White Christmas from Dreamer Designs kitted up, ideally sooner rather than later, because I'm itching to work on it. But as I say, I do have a few that I want to kit up, and of course I need to de-kit to give me the storage space. I've only just, well, I had only just been able to get to my diamond painting bookcase where all my spare diamonds are stored. It's been blocked in with advent calendars that we'd prepped for shipment. And I finally got to the point where enough had gone out of the house to be able to get to my bookcase, and then the diamond paintings have arrived and I've filled it up again. So I've actually scheduled in the de-kitting of my other Dreamer designs for the weekend, and thinking about it now, I don't know if I can get to the boxes yet. So I might have to actually film that one later on in the week. Maybe I'll need to get my skates on and get the diamond painting sorted so that I can. Sorry, my brain's thinking through the videos I want to film and the things that I need to be able to access to film them. But yeah, kitting up White Christmas, I think might be coming. I think I might have scheduled it for the week after. I've not been able to diamond paint much in the evening at all this last week. Me and Megan have just been trying to get everything as boxed off as we can for September launch, and just leaving me the least amount of jobs possible that still need to be done. So yeah, I've just not had the energy. I've done a couple of Paint Gem minis because I can do them sat back on the couch, and they take less time, so I can just spend 3/4 of an hour diamond painting and then zonk out for the rest of the night. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of diamond painting again soon, every evening or most evenings, because I do miss it. And when I'm sat here doing this one now, I'm like, yes, I definitely do miss it. Bev also says, she says, hope everyone is well and having a great day, whatever they're up to. I'm having a great day now because I'm getting to do a WIP and Waffle, and I realise how much I miss them. Every time I come and sort of, if I've ever missed one and need to do a catch up on 2 weeks, I feel like loads has happened in 2 weeks. I feel like I've probably missed half the stuff that's happened in the last week, or the last 2 weeks, because my brain's just thinking of what's happened in the last week instead. Cat Lady, she says she's back with me today. She says, but this might be done in 2 parts, as tea will be ready in the middle of this. Yes, it was a very long whip and chat the other week, getting through all the questions. So hopefully that will have kept you going with last week's being missed. She said they got home from a wedding on Friday evening. So she has caught up, but she's still not doing any crafts now as the painting has started. Ooh, painting in your house too. She said base coats are on, and they picked up some test pots today. So hopefully, they said by the end of next week, so that should be done by now. The lounge should be ready for the next stage. She said she'd love to see the White Christmas painting worked on in a WIP and Waffles, and she's looking forward to finding out about the December painting. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the reveal of the December painting. White Christmas will be kitted up. In fact, let me have a look. When have I got White Christmas? I've got it scheduled or sort of penciled in for the 12th. So that is a week on Tuesday. I've got it penciled in. So provided I can get to my bookcase. It is the next one that I will be kitting up once I've kitted down my other Dreamers designs, because I think I want to use the same case. They all fit on a sort of shelf in the conservatory quite nicely, so that I can grab whichever diamond painting my decision wheel has picked for me to work on. So it will be not next week's WIP and Waffle, the week after will probably be the week that I will work on that. And we'll see if I've got any done, or we'll see if it's the first section. Who knows? I also want to kit up, I have decided I am going to kit up a 30 by 40 as well. So that I have something that sort of gets completed a little bit quicker. I also, just to, you know, add to the pile, because I'm excited, I want to kit up one of the over 190 colour paintings from Diamond Art Studio. I am going to do an unboxing of Outside the Sweet Shop, and then I do want your guys' opinions on which one I should do first. They're not projects I want to do together. I do have a case picked out for one of them, and that will be a slow burner painting, or what I like to call a slow burner, alongside my mystery painting from Diamond Art Club. That will also be my other slow burner painting. So I'm going to have 4 large paintings kitted up. 2 of them are going to be in the mix for quite a while, and then White Christmas and this one I'm going to work on sort of in bigger chunks and get done quicker, though I'm not even halfway on this one yet. And then I also want to kit up as, say, a 30 by 40, so that I have something that gets completed a little bit quicker. I've been unboxing quite a lot of 30 by 40s, and I really like loads of them. Like, there's loads of them that I would love to add to my stash, but I'm being extremely picky because I do still have quite a few in my stash. So my thought is, if I get around to doing more, then I can refill my stash with some of the ones I'm unboxing. And I think people sometimes miss the smaller ones as well, or at least seeing the smaller ones completed. I know I do. I've enjoyed doing the large ones, but there's quite a few in my 30 by 40 stash that I feel are getting neglected. So maybe I will, because the 292 paintings are 190 plus colour paintings, sorry, are both square. This is a square, and White Christmas is a square, and also it's a square, my Diamond Art Club mystery. So that wasn't the intention. The intention was, when I finished my round Dreamers designs, was to replace it with another round painting. But I'm itching to do White Christmas too much to do that. So it will be nice to add a round painting into the mix in the form of a 30 by 40. So I'm going to pick a round one to do, or let the decision wheel pick a round one to do. And I'm going to kit that up. I think that's the week after. So I've sort of penciled in, next week will be White Christmas, the week after will be a 30 by 40, and the week after that will be the Diamond Art Studio big painting. So I'll be kitting up one each for the next 3 weeks in September. And then I will have a paint gem. I've finished the mystery set, the small mystery set. I need to dekit that. Haven't penciled that into my schedule yet. But I'll look at doing that and getting that one done and get another one kitted up. And the other two paint gems are still ongoing. I'm still actually working on those. I've done a few of them, but not too many. So I think I'm joining the club of having probably too many paintings kitted up and ready. I also, of course, want to work on my Heaven and Earth design and get that finished. But I think that's an October goal. An October goal will be to get through as much of my Heaven and Earth design as I can. Once the initial wave of September's orders are out, once I'm up to date, then I'm going to try and squeeze in a little bit more time for my Heaven and Earth design. Maybe try and do a section a day again. Right, checking I've not missed any more letter T's. I probably have, but I'm sure I'll find them later. It's a very pretty painting, this one. Very pretty. Kaz says she also thinks she'd have to do this last time's WIP and Waffle in 2 parts. I say it was an epic one. I was thoroughly enjoying myself. Cat Lady, she says back again. She says scones in the UK are sweet and savoury. She says she makes and eats cheese scones. Or cherry scones. She says she's not too fussy on jam and cream. See, cheese scones just sounds wrong to me. I know it might be a UK thing, it might be normal to everybody else, but I don't think I could do a cheese scone. I don't think it'd be the same, but I do have a sweet tooth, so maybe that's why. She says she's made pancakes to put in with mince instead of pasta. Ooh. She says these are savoury, but was brought up with sweet pancakes with lemon or fruit. She says, by the way, libraries are all available online now, and they do have the facility for ebooks, but their library isn't too well supplied. Oh, look, see, I did miss a number 7. I knew I would. Oh, no, was it number 7 I did? No, it wasn't. It was the letter T. It's okay. I'm back on track. I've just noticed the load more number 7s, and it's like, did I actually do number 7? No, I didn't. It was the letter T. It is not taking long for me to get confused, so I do apologise if everything is very bitty. On this next week or so, I've taken my nail polish off. I haven't even got round to putting new nail polish on because it's been one of those weeks. I need to sort that out to be in a straight line because that's going to get annoying fast. Right, I think I've got all of those. Home Again says greetings from Denmark. She said her prize from the last day in June has finally arrived this week, and she's so happy. Awesome news. So glad it's arrived safe and sound. Seems to have taken its time, but at least you've got it. Oh, she said, thank you for sending it twice. Yes, we did have one returned to us. I was wondering why it took so long. So when we send diamond paintings abroad, we often have to put them down as like resin beads, because if you put diamonds on the customs form, they think you're talking about real diamonds and it holds things up and it can cause a problem. So we put that it's resin beads, which works perfectly fine with our usual carrier. However, because of the size of the one that she won, we sent it via a different courier. It was the most cost-effective way to get it to her. And apparently they sent it back because it said resin. and they don't allow you to send resin, even though it is basically just plastic. So we had to resend it saying plastic. This is some of the lovely background stuff that doesn't always get out into the big wide world. All the little things that take just give you a different kind of day. So I'm really happy that it has got safely. So it is the Diamond Art Club Into Wonderland by JoJo's Art, and has been added to her stash. She said, thank you for giving me joy and tranquility. She said, love from me who lives on Tuno, a small island east of East Jutland. Well, I'm so happy it's got to you and has been added to your stash. I have been popping diamond paintings and things to one side for December. I'm hoping to have a good giveaway in December. I still need to go through my stash and find out, you know, sort of give it a little bit of a rehaul, a rejig, and pass the love on with many other diamond paintings. But I have till December, and at the moment my diamond painting cupboard is fully blocked. So we'll get there. We'll get there later on. Irene, she says she kits up from the bottom up. She says it reads better for her when she kits up. She says if she's kitting up in trays, she does it from top to bottom. Yeah, see, whenever I use these cases, I kit up from bottom to top, just because it's to the side of me when I'm sat on the couch, and it's easier for me to start looking at it from the bottom because the top ones are so far away. Yeah, if I'm doing the smaller ones, so well, some of the smaller ones, because the Paint Gem Minis I've started doing from bottom to top as well, but their small round bottle case, do I do that bottom to top? I might do, you know. I might have started swaying from bottom to top, but I used to kit the small ones up from top to bottom and just kit the bigger cases up from bottom to top. But thinking about it now, I think I've changed. I think I'm doing bottom to top on most of them. Oh well, must be working for me. Ms. Kim says, Rebecca, have you ever had a cheese scone? She says she had to laugh every time you said a scone was sweet. No, I have not had a cheese scone. I can't say ever in my life, because I don't know what I was necessarily given when I was younger. But no, I don't eat cheese scones, and I don't know if I could. I don't know if it'd spoil a sweet scone for me, because I love a sweet scone. Blossom Chops says she definitely thinks I should do White Christmas as a WIP and Waffle. She said that one has caused so much interest in the group, it makes perfect sense. It does. I'll probably vary it up. I do prefer to vary my WIP and Waffles up. But because I'm not showing the mystery, and because I only had the Dreamer Designs one that I could do on camera, that's why I did that one for so long. So it will depend on how my schedule goes and how quick I get things kitted up. But I would definitely be doing a few weeks of White Christmas mixed in with this one. Possibly mixed in with a 30 by 40. Again, that will depend on timing. If I actually manage to get it kitted up before the video goes up and completed before the video of kitting it up goes up, then it might not show up. Depends how much diamond painting I get in. But I've tried to make the YouTube channel make sense in relation to time frames. So if I've kitted something up early, which is rare, but if I have kitted something up early, I don't tend to do a whip and waffle on it until that video's been posted. Hence, I'm only just doing a whip and waffle on this one because the kitting up video was posted last week, I think. Maybe it was the week before. She says, for the smaller round, she says, why don't you let your decision wheel choose one? She said, that way you can feel virtuous because you're taking one from your stash. She said, so that's a win too. Yes, I will let the decision wheel pick my 30 by 40. When I kit that up week after next, which at the moment, because I haven't got any videos ahead, and we're mid busy time, I probably actually won't be kitting it up until the week the video's due. So yeah, I will let the decision wheel pick my 30 by 40 and then I will add it into my diamond painting mix and we shall see what happens. See which one it chooses. But yeah, I'll feel as though I'm getting through my stash a little bit. I have actually added a 30 by 40 to my stash. I'm unboxing it next week or the week after. So I have got one to add to my stash and I will add that in October's logbook update. So yeah, I have added one, but I'm trying to be good until I've done some of them before I add more. So we'll have to see how many I can get through. And I've just tipped out a load of diamonds and there was about 6 of those. Could have done those from the lid of my pot quite easily. Oopsie. Okay, now I've got a big one. I've got loads of these. So I'm going to get a load tipped into my tray. Darcy says she purchased her clips from Temu. And Anne says she loves all the sneak peeks. Yeah, I couldn't resist giving you a few sneak peeks last week. I actually need to get round to changing all my cover paper to some of our new cover paper. I thought about it today when I was getting this one out and ready, but I've just not got round to it yet. The conservatory is a little bit of chaos at the moment. There's a little bit of too many projects ongoing. And I'm in my craft room now with a huge stack, about 3 stacks of advent calendars ready for shipping out next week. That yeah, I just couldn't get, they're actually blocking the cover paper ready for launch. So I will change up my cover paper soon, so you will have to start keeping an eye on my cover paper. Maybe that's where I'll let you know a sneak of the new designs that are coming, is through my whip and waffles. I'll change up my cover paper. I forgot to bring a trashy in as well. I've just literally thrown a diamond onto the floor in here, because it will be getting a hoover where it can later. I've just thrown it onto the floor because I forgot to bring a trashy in. And I've probably, well, in fact, I've got some in here, but I haven't brought in my grip mat for holding it. So I'm very disorganised today in relation to videos. I'd normally try and be a little bit more organised, but if I want to get this video done and up today, I'm afraid you get what you're given. You get the little bit more chaotic me. Jamie says she is watching videos while recovering from carpal tunnel surgery. Well, I hope you are feeling loads better now, a couple of weeks later. So their biscuits are on the savoury side, just a pinch of sugar to help with browning. Their breakfast gravy is like sausage gravy, like crumbled breakfast sausage. Then it's mixed with seasonings, flour as a thickener and then milk. So it's a white gravy. Oh, milking gravy. Canvas is looking great. She said, thank you for your hard work on the advent. Well, thank you all so much for your support. It blew us away. The pre-orders actually sold out a couple of days before. It was only a couple of days before the end of August. But yeah, we thought they would last. So, you know, mainly everybody that got one was able to get one because we did have it running for 2 months. But yeah, we have got some more stock that is going up on the 8th of September for anybody that does still want one. And yeah, we're hoping that numbers will be good for everybody to be able to get what they want. Oh, Jess says lids. I'm so excited for them. Do you know, we haven't touched the lids since the last video. Hubby had a day of messing with 3D printer things, but lids have had to go on pause for the moment. The printers are working hard at lots of other different things. We also want to try using sort of a different type of filament for the printers with the lids, one that's a little bit flexible. So we want to test printing the lids with that before we sort of finalise the design and all sizes for all different trays. So yeah, they are a little bit away. We've had to put a pause on the focus of those until we've got time to test out a different sort of filament and get the printers printing them the way we want them. So that's probably a 2024 thing by the time we get there, but I was too eager to show you what he'd been messing with. Anne-Marie, she said, you and I, both of us said gravy for breakfast, ? She said, at the same time, she said she agrees pancakes and scones are sweet. She said she has seen cheese scones, but she's never tried them. She says she doesn't fancy them as scones are sweet. Somebody with the same thought as me. It's like it would spoil a sweet scone, I feel, if I had a cheese scone. She said she's been using glue lines, so the glue strips, for about a year now, and she loves them. She says she can either cut them to size or she can double them up for her multi-placer. She also uses it for her ABs too. She said she can't wait to see what the Christmas painting will be, and she's so excited for her advent box. She says, but she knows she won't open it until it's time. Well, so far we have had one person who has confessed to opening their advent box. I did tell them to wrap it all up again for Christmas, but apparently some of it's already in use, so they can't do that. But they were very happy with it, so that is good. It is, even if it is cheeky feedback, it's nice to have cheeky early feedback in relation to the advent. She says she's loving her mega tray so much. She says that she's now in trouble because she needs to buy all the colours. She said, thanks again for listening to your customers and filling our every want and need. We try. Some things we are able to do a bit quicker. Some things do take a bit more time. She says she also thinks that I should do White Christmas so that it is finished for Christmas, and do some 30 by 40s to fulfill the need for rounds and finishes. So it's nice that people are agreeing with me on that front, especially because I've now penciled in to my YouTube calendar to do kitting up of White Christmas and 30 by 40s. She says she's so tempted to buy White Christmas, but she does have a large stash amount to work through already. She says what to do. Well, last time I checked, and I haven't had an email telling me any different, White Christmas was actually sold out. So my suggestion is put your name down for the wait list to be emailed when White Christmas is available, and go with your gut when that email comes through. And if your gut says, I'll be gutted if this sells out again, then go buy it. And if you look at the email and go, then hold off. I did that with Artist Room from Diamond Art Club. I'd seen it before. I'd nearly added it to my basket before. It sold out and I was like, okay, I was fine at the time. Then somebody posted in the group their completed one. And it's often, I'm a very visual person, so actually seeing it as a completed diamond painting made me go, oh, I like that one. So I popped my email into the wish list, and it came back into stock, and the next thing you know, it's currently in my conservatory and will be unboxed soon. So I think that is very good at helping you make decisions as to whether you want something or not. I am trying to get my stash down, but I'm not forcing myself on a no-buy. There is no point in forcing myself on a no-buy because I will want to break that no-buy all the time. But I am trying to be a little bit more conscious on ones that I add to it. Having said that, it's just going to keep growing. I know it is. But I do revisit my stash every now and then, and if anything, you know, hasn't got the same full spark to be kitted up and worked on as it may have had in the past, then it will become giveaway to spark somebody else instead. Jeanette, she says, hi Rebecca, she says, what a lovely surprise for a long whip and waffle. She says, on the subject of pancakes, she consider, what I was discussing, she would call it a crepe. Maybe that's because she's French. Maybe. A crepe does make sense. It is sort of thinner. We tend to call those pancakes, and then the really thick ones we tend to call American style pancakes, if you're trying to differentiate between the two, or at least that's what we call them in our house, because they're more common in America than the UK. Save that memory card before it shouts at me. Lady Dax, she says, there's me going on about cheating with meat now and then. And she says, and there you go saying you do the same with eggs. What are we like? Well, it's because we've had it and then had it taken away. It's not something we've never been able to try. It's something that we've enjoyed, and then somebody, even if it's our own body, has said you can't have it anymore. And therein lies the problem. The rules were changed and I wasn't consulted. She said her pancakes are made with the same ingredients as Yorkshire puddings, except for the pancakes you add more liquid. Yeah, but they're still so different. Between a Yorkshire pudding is savoury and a pancake is sweet. But I get you. It's the same stuff, but they're different. She said, here's one for you to try. She says, a cinnamon bagel, bacon, barbecue sauce and maple syrup. Oh, you nearly had me until you said maple syrup with bacon. She says, the first time her son served her one, she thought he'd gone mad. She says, but oh boy, it was delicious. Is that maple syrup? I don't know. I can't promise I will. Home Again says, me from Tuno, Denmark again. She's just the other day finished Cosmic Tree of Life from Dreamers Designs. That's a gorgeous painting, that one. That's in Megan's stash. She says, and oh, it's beautiful. She said her next big painting will be Kingdom of the Clouds from Diamond Art Club. And her next small ones will be her 4 kits from Paint Gem. She said she only works with square diamonds, but she loves doing this craft. It helps her cope with her depression, stress and anxiety. She says, thank you for inspiring me to start my diamond painting journey back in March. Love from Bente Frigg. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that it has brought you a bit of peace in the chaos. That's what I call it. It's my little bit of peace in the madness of everything else. And I definitely do feel the difference if, one, I've not got in just a little bit of diamond painting, which is why I have done the odd little Paint Gem mini when I've been extremely tired. I do notice if I don't get in that little bit of diamond painting, or the house is in too much chaos. They're the two things. Quite often the kids are used to me now saying, right, I need a reset. And that's basically when I take the time to just straighten up everything as much as possible. And it might still not be perfect due to projects being worked on, but I can see, you know, I can handle things that I know are going to get better over, for example, time. So I'm happy with these advent boxes piled by the side in my craft room. I'm currently using one of them to hold my case with all my diamonds in, which is actually quite helpful. I don't have to try and squeeze it on my desk. I'm more than happy with those being there because I know they're going out next week. But I couldn't handle if they weren't stacked neatly. So, yeah. They're the two things that I sort of need on a regular basis. Just to make me happy. Diamond painting definitely helps. Charlotte says she is so excited. It is 10 days until her birthday, which was the end of August. So happy birthday for the end of August, or happy belated birthday. She says she's turning 17 and she will be able to drive. She said she knows that her dad has got her a Vicky Davidson diamond painting from Diamond Art Studio, but she doesn't know which. Ooh, so you've still got a surprise. And her mum has got her a Splatterworks design diamond painting, but again, she doesn't know which. She also got her mystery bag from our shop for her birthday. She says she can't wait to find out what she got. Well, I hope you enjoy them all, because as I say, every diamond painting that I choose to unbox is one that I do love. I just cannot add them all to my stash. My house just isn't big enough to have that big a stash. So, yeah, I get to pass on the love instead in the form of a cheaper mystery bag. So I hope you enjoy them all, and I hope you had a fantastic day. Grey Legrand She says, hi Rebecca. She said she got notification that her August release was waiting for her in her mailbox, so she gets to open that tomorrow. She says, regarding what else to kit up, she says I should add a 30 by 40 round. She says you will get the satisfaction of a quicker finish and work that stash down, which is so true. I have been reading your comments before I decided to update my YouTube calendar with what I wanted to have ready for each week. So I'm so glad that everybody agreed that it was a good thing to do, because I was itching to put it in my calendar even before your comments started coming in. And as soon as your comments were coming in, I was like, yeah, enough people have said yes for me to do it. She says she loves a 30 by 40. She says since they fit perfectly in the A3 portfolios. She says she's going to have to try the glue strips if she can find them in the US. Otherwise, she will wait on a future order. She says she's looking forward to seeing hubby's future designs from the 3D printers. She said it fascinates her. Yeah, my mind is whirring on different things. The stripe one was one I knew I wanted to do. I have a vision for what colour I want to do the stripes in, but yeah, it was nice to be able to sort of give it a little bit of a go, have a bit of a day where every time I finished filming and went out, there was something new going on. You know, it was a productive day. Even though I was being productive with filming, I was able to feel as though we were being productive with the printers too. I'm just sort of sorry it has to go on pause for a little bit, but a day of excitement was enough. The printers had to get back to work, back to their day job for a bit. Greta Gran also says, she says when she's kitting up, she goes from top to bottom, starting with the top left corner. She says, she does use spreadsheets at work daily. Maybe it does make a little bit of a difference as to which way you like to kit up. Mysterious Days, she says she would personally kit up a round 30 by 40 to have something simple and easy that's not quite Paint Gen Minis, which is true because Paint Gen Minis are really, really quick. And I like them, but I think I like the mix of the in-between as well. I think I just need that really good mix. She says not only does that will work through your stash, but it will help you to have a round, especially if you've got 2 squares planned. Yes, I have so many square paintings on the go. I do have a lot of squares in my stash for large, so it's not like I'm going through all my large stash of squares and I'm just going to be left with rounds. The majority of my large paintings are squares. I don't have too many rounds, so missing out a round diamond painting for this batch is not a bad thing, but I do miss the fact of changing up to a round, even if it's just for a smaller one. She says personally during the week, she said since she works full time, she does a 30 by 40 painting through the week and works on her large projects on the weekend. She said it means that they do take forever to complete, but they favour her schedule and her mental energy levels. Yeah, because I bet you feel like you get the satisfaction from completing the 30 by 40s rather than doing a large painting that feels like it takes months on months on months to complete, depending on how busy your week is. Cray Legrand also says, she says, oh my goodness, I need a striped tray and so many sneak peeks. And she faints. I did quite a few in that whip and waffle, but you know, it was a long whip and waffle. I needed to. Dana says, thank you for the name of the clips. She says she looked on Amazon and found all kinds from fruits and animals. She says she's getting a set with watermelon and ice creams on it. Perfect. Ice Ziggy says, hey all, so they would love to order from Dreamer Designs. They have so many canvases that they like, but they don't ship to her country. She says, luckily for her, luckily for me, she says, you do. And she's eagerly awaiting for the September launch, so she can order a December diamond painting. So the sneak peeks are so much fun and she can't wait. Thank you so much for the long waffle. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have noticed people watching some of my older videos when I missed a couple of whip and waffles this last week. So I hope they have been a little bit of a blast from the past entertainment for you. Keep you going. Dana says their biscuits are not sweet. They don't put sugar in the mix, so they can have savoury biscuits. As you all, Southern Talk, put sweetness in the mixture. She said she hopes this helps. It definitely does. Knowing that a biscuit is not sweet definitely helps with the picture of a biscuit with gravy. Gray Legrand also says, P.S. awesome waffle. Thank you. I could feel your excitement coming through your comments, Gray Legrand. Kim, she says the newest JD Robb book comes out in September. She says, right when you are busy with Advent stuff. Yes, it does. I've pre-ordered it already. I've actually got 2 books on pre-order for September. I think one is near the end. JD Robb, I think might be any day now. I've got in my head the 5th. So maybe I can try and get some diamond painting in the evening it comes out, and I'll just listen to my audiobook and diamond paint. Or maybe I'll listen to it while I'm prepping Advent stuff, and then once Advent and the September launch and everything is done, I can listen to it again. She says, now what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm going to listen to it while diamond painting. I'm going to listen to it while prepping stuff for September launch. And then once September launch, or the bulk of September launch is done, because of course it's available throughout October and November. But once the initial wave of orders has gone out and things have calmed down, I'm going to listen to it again. So I get it twice. She says she thinks that we will be hearing that I am working on the White Christmas painting and listening to JD Robb. Oh yeah, maybe I need to check what date it comes out and try and squeeze in kitting up White Christmas. Try and get the video done early so that I can sit and do White Christmas and listen to JD Robb. Oh, that would be an evening, wouldn't it? Do you reckon I could kick hubby out the house for that? So I can just have a bit of peace and quiet. Get him to take Luna out for a walk first. And then I can have a nice sleeping dog, quiet front room, working on Christmas while listening to JD Robb. That would be awesome. Maybe I need to set myself up a mini date night with me and my book. She says she thinks that should be my reward for slaving over Advent activities for so long. She says, thank you for a great whip and waffle. Great as usual, she says. Oh, thank you. No, I think that is a mighty fine idea. I'm pretty sure it's the 5th of September. I'm pretty sure it's the other book that I've pre-ordered. Robert Galbraith. I've pre-ordered that book as well. That tends to be, I think that's the 29th of September. I might be off a little bit by the dates, but I think, I'm working from memory, not from actually checking. But yeah, that sounds like a mighty fine idea. Once I've got this video edited and sorted, I'll have to see how quick I can get through my other videos. Because if I can get to my bookcase and get the other Dreamer designs dekitted, then I might be able to squeeze in a kitting up so I can sit and work on it. I have a mission now to do things faster. Jan says she has finally been multi-placing and she has been really enjoying it. She says, where do you get your glue strips from? As she's had to keep replacing wax every 20 minutes or so. The glue strips are from our shop, so addmorezest.com, and the glue strips are available there. They're actually a customer request, which is awesome. We love it when customers suggest things, especially when they're things we are able to provide, and then things that we use and love too. So I do have a glue strip in this multi-placer. I just feel like I've not diamond painted for so long. I'm not quite ready to I haven't multi-placed much on this painting, so I'm just going for single placing ease today. Kim, she says she thinks that the skinny pancake I'm referring to is called a crepe in the US. Yes, I think it is. That is another name that some countries use. She says also they have Fat Tuesday, she says just before Lent. She says she thinks what it's called in the UK is just a little bit nicer. Shrove Tuesday. She says even though basically it's the same thing. Shrove Tuesday is its official name. Pancake Day is the name the kids give it. Because they get pancakes. Jan, she says, hi Rebecca, she says, Jan here from Australia. I had to double check that wasn't my mum then, because she's a Jan from Australia. She says, love listening to your waffle. She says when she was a child, she said a few years ago now, she said her mum used to make pancakes as a treat for some Sunday night dinners. She said they would be almost as big as the plate and we'd squeeze lemon juice on them and sprinkle white sugar over the top. Yes. She says then you roll them up, cut them into about 3 slices and enjoy. And that is the best way to have a pancake in my opinion. Yes, exactly. She says you made my mouth water just thinking about them because they're just so good. It's been so long since she's had them. She said they have been lucky enough to visit the US many times and their pancakes are also delicious. She said they're more like thick picolettes and she's had them with maple syrup and bacon or smothered in blueberries. So they're quite different to the ones that she grew up with, but also yummy. Yes, I class them as 2 different types of pancakes. The thicker American pancakes I love with maple syrup, yet the thinner UK pancakes, lemon and sugar. Just all the way, lemon and sugar, absolutely amazing. Just give me the basics and just feed me them. Because they're the best. Erin says, thank you for sharing your time, knowledge, and a little bit of your life, she says, in these WIP and Waffles. Oh, thank you. She says she has a question about the Walker's crisps in the flavour prawn cocktail. She says, what does it taste like and do you like it? I mean, it's hard to describe what prawn cocktail tastes like. It's probably more like the sauce, the Thousand Island dressing sauce that you can put on prawns. It's probably where the cocktail side of things comes from. So if you like Thousand Island, I think it's Thousand Island dressing. I'm questioning myself now, I've said it out loud. If you like that, then you should like prawn cocktail crisps. I like prawn cocktail crisps personally. She says she likes shrimp and cocktail sauce as an appetizer for sure. What does it taste on a chip? It tastes a little bit different, but not hugely different. It's probably the closest I could match it to, sort of, in trying to describe a taste, which is not an easy thing to do. She says if she were to purchase the variety pack off Amazon, would it be safe to say that she enjoys them? That one is very hit and miss. Prawn cocktail, I say I like them. None of my kids do, but then again, they don't tend to eat the prawns with the cocktail sauce either. I think you possibly will, but again, it's going to be something that's a little bit different for you. So I don't want to say yes, it's a definite, because it's a bit like Marmite. You either like it or you don't. It's one of those types of crisps. They don't taste anything like Marmite, but it's definitely one of those flavours. I enjoy them though. I think you'll probably be good. But I am a crisp lover as well. And cheese and onion is my favourite. In fact, I might have to have a bag when I've finished this whip and waffle. Just because I can. Susan, she says, great whip and waffle. She says she told herself she'd watch it in 2 diamond painting sessions. She said, but 2.5 hours flew by and she got so much done. Awesome. Love it. You know, it's an addictive hobby, isn't it? She says, thank you for the fun sneak peeks. She says she's looking forward to her Advent delivery and September launch. She says, love from Canada. Thank you. I'm so glad I kept you entertained for 2.5 hours. And you got to see good progress on your diamond painting as well, which is awesome. Right, I do still have quite a few comments left, but this is already a hefty whip and chat. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today to make sure that I can fit everything else in. But if I do need to play big catch up, I will squeeze in a big whip and waffle when I can over the next few weeks. But we've got a nice chunk of this one done today before I go on to the next colour, and my battery's about to go, so perfect timing. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.